Alright, so acceptable use policies. First, it's important to know that whether a user is purposefully or accidentally violating your internet policy, as a school, you are liable for that user's safety. So what exactly is an AUP? An AUP is a set guideline that is set in place to make sure that users understand what is and what is not allowed online. It can be very detailed or very general. So why should you have one? You should have one in order to protect students and teachers and the administration. Protection? Protection from what? Malware, loss of funding, legal problems from copyrights, cyberbullying, online threats, network shutdown due to bandwidth overload, inappropriate contents, and much more. So how about teaching students? Around 90% of schools admit that it is important to teach students about the internet safety, though only about 50% actually teach their students. Most teachers don't even know. So what happens if a student doesn't know? There was a school that wrote up a student and was sued because the students weren't well enough informed about their AUPs, and that they could not be expected to remember every detail. The school lost the battle, even though they listed in the AUP that they were allowed to search and write up the student, and instead they were fined and lost the battle in court after months and months of deliberation. So how can you prevent that from happening? Just posting simple signs around the room, such as no food, drinks, or gum around these computers. Or, notice, administrators reserve the right to search and access all files made by any user on the school-owned devices. And that's, I've already gone to. Why is it going backwards? So what is an AUP? An AUP, or what is in an AUP? Inside can be statements about the district mission statement and about how using the internet will support it. It can contain statements that confirm that it is indeed district approved and it meets federal and state regulations. It has internet signatures from students, parents, and teachers saying that they'll abide by the AUP. It'll contain a disclaimer that absolves the school and or district from responsibility under certain circumstances, and it can define different roles and responsibility. Very important, these guidelines do not only just apply to the school-owned appliances, but also to devices that are brought into the school that use the school's network. These can include the AUPs can also include punishments for violating, which can be broken up into elementary school versus high school, and staff and teacher. It can include training that's done and processes for evaluating and revising. Some schools get very specific and list specific banned technologies, while others remain much more general. These usually end with signatures. For a student's AUP agreement, there should be signatures from both the student and the parent or guardian, and teachers and staff usually have this agreement signed when they are hired with other policies that are set in place. Alright, that's all about AUPs, and yeah. Alright, go ahead and take your quiz.